Welcome one and all in one to the next Cult of Kings StarCraft 2 replay. I haven't been casting a lot of games recently, as you may have noticed, because I still have these extremely painful ulcers on the bottom of my tongue, and it is impeding my ability to talk a little bit. But I played a few ladder games tonight, and I thought I should really cast this game to sort of show how important it is to focus, or to always remember to get upgrades. Okay, because I haven't played a lot of Zerg games myself, but I am spawning as the Raid Zerg here. I'm going against Tron, spawning as the Blue Zerg down here. Now, and the reason why I realised that, well, the reason why I am doing this, aside from the fact that, as I said, it shows the importance of upgrades, but my opponent, as you will see at one point, will start slagging me because because I was just able to beat him, even though he had higher tech, and I think that was mostly because I had upgrades and he didn't. Now he went for a bit of an interesting opening here, I think he actually went to 11, pretended to start building a building, then cancelled it to get an extra drone out before he started his Overlord. If we have a look, 149 and 13. Oh yeah, no, okay, so that actually does get you a few extra resources. In fact, he has enough for a spawning pool, and I've only just started my gas and am nowhere near it. So, quite interesting. But that being said, I'm also shocking at Zerg. So, as I said, I think this is the actual first Zerg on Zerg game that I've actually managed to win, because I've probably had about half a dozen of them. So for now, what I'm doing is because I do play random, my thought was to go Roach Hydra, and that's my standard build against Zerg. If I'm playing another Zerg opponent, I will usually go for Zerg Hydra. That's for Roach Hydra, Zerg Hydra. For Roach Hydra, that's the build I like, and I'm comfortable with it. He's sitting on his resources are a little bit high. I wouldn't mind seeing a few more drones and an Overlord being produced here. So I am now droning ahead. I do have gas up, and I'm quickly going towards that Zergling speed because I knew this was down before mine, and I thought he might have been doing for some sort of cheesy Zergling build, and I think that's no drone, no, so no Zerglings. I thought that's what he might have been saving his lava for. So I'm sitting reasonably well for Spine Crawlers going down. It's a bit strange considering the build he ended up going. Oh well, he's throwing down two Spine Crawlers. Now, one thing I have noticed, that if you are playing Zerg, if I was to scout this, I would immediately assume Mutiling. That's generally the play that requires you to go Spine Crawlers. There may be other circumstances. Again, I haven't played Zerg for very long, so I really don't know. He is supply blocked again. He's sitting at maximum supply, whereas I'm now comfortably ahead of him. Actually, let's open up a tab, shall we? Let's have a look at the income tab. No, about even in the income. But I have better harvesters and am harvesting gas. So on the whole, I'm ahead of him, and especially considering how gas intensive Zerg mid to late game are, he really should be trying to throw some. There we go. Some drones into that. My hatchery is almost done. I threw that down at 21. He's either thrown his... Yeah, he's obviously thrown his down early, considering he hasn't even hit 21 yet. And that's with Zerglings. But I currently have no attacking units. Oh, yeah, actually, I do have a few Zerglings, but not many. Let's have a look and see. Oh, no, I have more Zerglings than him as well. Huh. Okay. We're both sitting on one queen. Now, again, because I'm relatively new to Zerg, I'm not quite sure if it's better to go queen, double queen for the second hatchery, or wait for this hatchery to pop up and then make a second queen. I elected to wait, and to just wait, and to go queen out of this one once it's up, especially because I am nowhere near being supply blocked. Remembering to inject lava, that's one thing I will say I did very well this game. I did inject my lava often, and the only time I didn't was when the fighting started. But as you'll see here, I get kind of a shock when I push his front door and realise how far behind I am. His Zergling speed is now only just going down. Mine has been completed for quite a while now. I'm actually starting my build, so getting a few roaches. Haven't started that tech yet, but I do have my layer on the way. And I know that it's uncommon for people to leave their drones on gas. Most people, what they do is they mine to 100 if they fear an early push. We'll grab that Zergling speed and then we'll pull all their drones off gas. I thought today I'd experiment and go for a quick layer, especially because I was wanting to tech to Roach Hydra. I do push out with my Lings now, but they're not going to actually attack. I just want them sitting here just to sort of scout when he does decide to push. He is sending his Overlords out to expansions to see when I expand again. But I don't expand for quite a while, and even when I do, I notice his Overlord there and say whatever, just ignore it. So we'll have a look. Actually, let's have a look at the APM. So his APM is sitting a bit higher than mine. So I mean, not that that really means a lot, and especially at this level in the Bronze League, as I am on the NA servers. It's not that important, but I do have my Hydrogen going down now. Let's have a look at the production tab and see what's going on. I have a Hydrogen. He's only just getting his layer, and he is producing some roaches, and I'm still producing more drones. If we have a look at the income tab, so I'm actually 10 harvesters up on him at this stage. Okay, so this is probably where it's coming in, because I have not terribly good saturation here. He has better saturation here, but he has poor saturation at his main as well. He could really use some more drones to sort of boost his economy, because he is starting to fall behind. And I am now throwing down 2 evolution chambers. Now this is the thing. I think this is where I start to. Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I'm a long way ahead in terms of economy, because I have better saturation, but I am getting the boosted range and I am getting the increased speed for the roaches. I'm then also, because I realized at this stage I was supply block, so I'm like, well, I may as well use my resources and start upgrading so I'm not just accumulating resources for no purpose. Let's have a look. So he's at 48 of 60 and I'm sitting at 58 of 68. So I'm a long way ahead, but he does have these static defenses at his base. But again, the only reason why you'd really want to do these static defenses here is if you are going for a Mutiling build, and that's because if you do get pushed by a ground force, a strong ground force, and your Mutalisks aren't up, you know, your Zerglings could get overrun, and then because Mutalisks, you know, they're not super good in small numbers. They're good in large numbers. So yeah, at the moment I'm about to be sitting at 1-1 with the range upgrade and the speed upgrade. So all of my units will be upgraded to his none. Again, injecting well, not really making a lot at the moment despite my high resource count, but I think that is because I realized that I should be spreading my creep a little bit better, so I distracted myself a little bit by trying to get some more creep down. And then I am continuing to macro up. I couldn't be bothered counting my drones to try and see how well I was going. He's now ahead of me in the harvesters, although I just jumped ahead again. But he left his unsaturated for a very long time, and he is almost too saturated at his main. He probably wants to spread that out a bit more. But okay, that's fine. I mean, I am ahead at this stage because, yeah, and that's the thing. See, because I'm better saturated in between my bases, my income is a little bit higher than his. He is pulling his Overlords here. I use my Overlords to sort of give me better vision of my base, especially in a Zerg versus Zerg, and especially with these rocks here. This is Shakuras something. I must admit, I'm not really sure. Yeah, no, I must admit, I can't remember. I know it's Shakuras something. This is the map, and I've never played on this map before, so it was kind of fun. But I'm currently sitting at 12 roaches, 8 hydralisks with upgrades to his 10 roaches and 10 roaches with no upgrades. Does he have the speed? No. So, in all honesty, at this stage, I could have just pushed, and I may not have been able to take out these defenses, but I definitely would have put him a long way behind. But he is up to a hive now. So yeah, he's definitely got a hive on the way, but I think his first evolution chamber is only just going down. Does he have another one? No. So as I said, so I'm currently sitting on 1-1 with 2-2 on the way, and he hasn't even gotten an evolution chamber yet. He did get an Ultra Cavern and is producing Ultralisks now. And this is the thing, when I pushed, I ran into 4 Ultralisks. I'm like, oh crap, I don't even have an infestation pit art yet. Oh yes I did. I thought I didn't. Huh. Oh well. Now one thing I did realise, and one thing that is slightly annoying when playing Zerg and rallying, because your overlords are units, they keep moving on top of the army, and I'm like, no, I want to push, get the stupid overlords out of the road, and then because they move so slow, yeah. Now I was kind of hesitant here, because I wasn't sure just how good this guy was, and I wasn't sure what he had, because I hadn't scouted him for a while. I probably should have sent in the Sacrificial Overlord to scout him. But I thought, no, that's fine. We'll hold off a little bit longer. Move out to here. I do push out very soon. I think what I do is I wait for just enough lava, so that way if I do lose this entire force and get crushed rather easily, I can quickly rebuild. Although my mineral count is rather high. I wouldn't mind seeing me spending that a bit more. We'll have a look at him. How's he going?